Next up on MPHS TV, we go to the show 20 Minutes. Tonight they have a very special broadcast dealing with a theme from the book Animal Farm by George Orwell.
Greetings, I am Maxis and welcome to the show. Tonight we have a very special treat for our audience. It is an exclusive presentation of how throughout history and mythology, freedom or even partial freedom is gained through the oppression of other people. Now we will go to our field team on the shores of Montezuma for this special broadcast.
Oh, hello. From Columbus's arrival to America in 1492 up until today, Native American tribes have been oppressed and cast down by the white men. In the 1800s, their land was invaded and they were forced onto reservations. In the Indian Wars, many Native Americans were labeled hostile and massacred by the Union Army. Even the reservations and Indian territory was taken over and settled by the white men. And today, the major tribes that have once flourished over all of North America are all but gone, with only a few small reservations to live on. This shows that our supposedly free nation came from roots of oppression.
This theme is also apparent in fictional literature, such as Animal Farm. Now we will go to our associate, Dr. Mike Hogg, for more information on this scintillating text.
Whenever you're ready.
One very interesting book that portrays this theme is Animal Farm. One may think of reading this title as simply a parody of the classic and cheesy children's story involving talking animals and other fantastic elements. However, this is simply not the case. Animal Farm is actually an allegory to the Russian Revolution and power struggle that soon followed. In the text, the animals all dream of a day when they are not oppressed or subservient to the farmer, Mr. Jones. So, they plot a rebellion under the leadership of the pigs, and they succeed in this dream. All the animals believed the quality of life would be much improved on the farm following this rebellion, though this wasn't necessarily the case. The pigs, who began an apparent quest for freedom for all the other animals, began using the other animals for their personal gain. Eventually this caused the pigs to be no better than the man, and the story comes full circle. In the end, by basically stating the pigs became indistinguishable from the humans. What exactly does this have to show with how freedom stems from oppression? Well, this book shows through a deeper meaning that there is always oppression in the quest for freedom, even in cases like this where freedom is never actually obtained. Professor Dumbledore will now clarify how the author shows oppression for us.
George Orwell, the author of Animal Farm, understood this perfectly. He showed this through the plot of this book. In the story, all the animals took over the farm to be free and no longer slaves to the farmer. However, after a short period of time, the pigs, the most intelligent ones on the farm, began to lie and oppress the others. So even in pursuit of a free nation, there was oppression.
Okay, now we will sing the song that one of the pigs composed for their leader, Napoleon. All right, ready, guys? Beloved! Okay, wait. You know what? We'll just actually play this song for you.
You were doing so well!
I have a bone.
Beloved leader Napoleon, fearless, faithful guardian, proud and strong, protect us from the wrong. You will defend us with your lofty trot. Our pigs, our pigs, our pigs. There is no beast that's braver. They will not ever waver. They face the fight for right with might. Glorious, great and triumphant, gallant hero, resilient, proud and strong, protect us from the wrong. You will defend us with your lofty trot. Our pigs, our pigs, our pigs.
So, as you can see from this song, there are multiple types of oppression in the book Animal Farm. This one was convincing animals that Napoleon was really their friend and giving them freedom, even though he was making them practically slaves. He convinced them that they were working less harder than when Mr. Jones was owning the farm, but really they were working harder with less rewards and food and stuff.
My colleague, Professor Dumbledore, only told you about one example of this theme. However, I'm here to say that it's not just one book that shows this theme. It appears over and over throughout literature, both fiction and nonfiction, though it is most prevalent through our own history as human beings.
Now we will show some other forms of media that also show this oppression in the quest for freedom.
This comic representation shows exactly how even in the attempt for freedom, the corruption of power still shows itself and oppression is still present. So clearly, this shows how oppression is always present in the quest for freedom, even when it is not obvious.
This image right here shows a warlord who has just conquered another population of humans in order to create a better nation. Only through war and the submission of others can he do this. This is the only way that he saw to obtain a version of freedom for subjects.
This graph represents countries that are free and not free. The purple represents the not free, the yellow represents partially free, and the green represents completely free. Free countries on this chart are classified by if the country has an electoral system of government where it's the people who choose who they want as their leader, not just the guy with royal blood.
And now we go back to the studio with a special movie review from Dr. Rick Toffin.
Dr. Rick Toffin, you're live.
Oh,
Hello there.
my name is Dr. Rick Toffin, and I'm here today to talk to you about a special new movie called The Founding of a Free Nation. This movie is very interesting for us because it proves exactly what we're trying to say in this short informational segment. The plot of this movie is the new settlers come over from already founded land to colonize a new land in the Middle East, and they find an indigenous people. What they don't realize about this indigenous people is that they're peaceful and that they aren't threatening them, so they attack them anyways and take over their land. After that, they go on into the details of how the land is founded and how it becomes a free nation. It's sort of similar to the founding of America. But the only scene that we want to show you from this movie is the scene where the settlers actually come over. And so here we'll show you the scene from the founding of a free nation where the new settlers come in and conquer the native people even though they aren't trying to attack them.
Let us take you back in time to meet up with 3 settlers who are about to discover a new land which they will claim in the name of freedom. However, they do not realize that there are already inhabitants on this land.
Okay, we need to go towards the... Actually, let's just go forward.
Land ahead! Paddle towards land, comrades! We have finally reached our destination! We have reached our destination! After a long, hard journey at sea, it's such a nice thing to be back on land. I claim this land in the name of freedom! For the Emperor! Are those indigenous people? They're threatening us. They want to kill us and get us off their land. We just want to bring them freedom and peace. March!
Look, Pat, we found the indigenous people's home. Look, they have treasure. Will you open that lock for me, Pat? Gold! We can finance a free nation forever with this. They even have gems. That looks like a 20 carat to me. Come hither, Pat. Now that we have our treasure, there's nothing that can stop us. Looks like this one's still alive. Ah! Let's press him. Put his hands behind his back, Pat. What should we do with him now, Pat? I know. Keep him as a slave. Perfect. We can make good money with this one as a slave, even though he is puny and weak. Take him back to the boat, Pat. Take this one back to the mainland. We can fetch a nice boat.
After they captured Chief Tinyleg, the 2 remaining settlers took him back to their native land and sold him into slavery on the black market, even though he never did anything to harm them or even tried to attack them until they made the first move and attacked him.
Oh yeah, baby. That's the way I like it.
Dr. Richtofen, you're live.
Hello. Sorry. We're just here to review the video we just watched, The Founding of a Free Nation. And I'd like to talk to you about how in the video there was clear oppression even though there didn't need to be. So, the 3 settlers who came over from their own land to this new yet undiscovered land discovered that there were indigenous people already on this land. And instead of making peace with them and living in harmony, they decided that they were a threat to them, and they killed one and took the other one into slavery for the building of their free nation. But is it really a free nation if it is built on the sorrows and oppression of other people?
And now we will interview some people, asking them the doctor's previous question.
So you heard the doctor. Is the nation founded through oppression really a free nation?
No.
Yep. So you heard the doctor. Is a nation that's founded through oppression really a free nation?
No, it's not a free nation.
These people clearly understand how a nation founded through oppression is not truly a free nation. Tonight we went through several different sources of information to show you how freedom is never obtained without oppression. Our graph on freedom thus is rather subjective, because is it really a free nation if oppression was in the process of creating that nation?
In the book Animal Farm by George Orwell, there's a farm with a bunch of animals on it, and they take it over from the man, the human, and then there's the pigs, and they're the leaders, and they turn the farm into a communist farm. I don't know what that is.
Okay, go. Oh, that's so gay. In there hard. Take shot! Yeah, you can throw that one. No, you have to act like you're getting shot, not just. Oh. Oh. Stop being retarded, Pat. Pat. Pat.
Somebody else is using the camera. Alright, perfect.
Comrades, we have finally reached our destination. Alright, stop.
I like black